Welcome back to Electronics. This video is about transistor configurations. We totally have three configurations, that is the common base, common collector and common emitter configurations. So in this I have explained three of them along with the derivations and characteristics. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon to be updated with my new videos. Now let's get into the video.
Transistor configurations. We know that transistor consists of three terminals, namely collector, base and emitter, which are denoted by C, B and E. But in the applications of transistors, we require four terminals, that is two terminals for input and the remaining two terminals for output. To rectify this problem, we use one terminal for both input and output actions. Using this concept, we design the circuits which will offer the required characteristics, and these configurations are called transistor configurations. There are three types of configurations possible, namely common base, common emitter and common collector. In every configuration, the emitter junction is forward biased and the collector junction is reverse biased. Let us see the common base transistor configuration first. The name itself implies that the base terminal is taken as common terminal for both input and output of the transistor. The common base configuration for both NPN and PNP are shown here. The input is applied between the base and emitter terminals, while the output is collected between the base and the collector terminals. Here, the input parameters are VEB and IE, where the output parameters are VCB and IC. The input current flowing into the emitter terminal must be higher than the base current and collector current to operate the transistor. Therefore, the output collector current is less than the input emitter current. Now, let us consider NPN transistor. When the emitter voltage is applied, as it is forward biased, the electrons from the negative terminal repel the emitter electrons and current flows through the emitter and base to the collector to contribute the collector current IC. The collector voltage VCB is kept constant throughout this. In the CB configuration, the input current is the emitter current IE and the output current is the collector current IC. The current gain is generally equal or less than to unity for this type of configuration. The input and output signals are in phase in this configuration. So, the amplifier circuit configuration of this type is called non-inverting amplifier circuit. Now, let us see some terms of CB configuration. Here, the ratio of the change in collector current to the change in emitter current at constant collector voltage is called current amplification factor, and it is denoted by alpha. With this idea, let us try to draw some expression for collector current. Along with the emitter current flowing, there is some amount of base current which flows through the base terminal due to electron-hole recombination. As collector base junction is reverse biased, there is another current which is flown due to minority charge carriers. This is called the leakage current, which can be understood as I leakage. This is due to the minority charge carriers and hence it is very small. Now, the total collector current IC can be written as IC is equals to alpha IE plus I leakage, where alpha IE is the emitter current that reaches the collector terminal. Now, if the emitter base voltage VEB is equals to 0, then there follows a small leakage current which can be termed as ICBO, which is known as collector base current with output open. So, by this we can write the collector current equation as IC is equals to alpha IE plus ICBO. But we also know that the emitter current is equals to the sum of the collector current plus base current. Let this be equation 2. Now substitute this equation 2 in the place of IE in equation 1. So now we get IC is equals to alpha into IC plus IB plus ICBO. Now take the terms of collector current on one side and rewrite the equation. By sending this 1 minus alpha to the other side, we finally get the collector current equation as alpha divided by 1 minus alpha into IB, that is the base current, plus 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO. This is the final collector current equation for CB configuration. Now let us see the characteristics of CB. Here, this configuration provides good stability against increase in temperature, and also it is used for high frequency applications. This configuration provides good voltage gain but no current gain. The input resistance Ri is the ratio of the change in emitter base voltage to the change in emitter current IE at constant collector base voltage. As the input resistance is of very low value, a small value of VEB is enough to produce a large current flow of emitter current IE. Now, the output resistance RO is the ratio of the change in the collector base voltage to the change in the collector current at constant emitter current IE. So, as the output resistance is of very high value, a large change in VCB produces a very little change in collector current IC. This is about the CB configuration. Now let us see common emitter transistor configuration. In this configuration, we use emitter as common terminal for both input and output. The common emitter configuration for both NPN and PNP is as shown here. This common emitter configuration is an inverting amplifier circuit. Here, the input is applied between the base and emitter terminals, while the output is taken between the collector and emitter terminals. In this configuration, the input parameters are VBE and IB, where the output parameters are VCE and IC. This type of configuration is mostly used in the applications of transistor-based amplifiers. In this configuration, the emitter current is equals to the sum of the small base current and the large collector current. That is, IE is equals to IC plus IB, as I said before. We know that the ratio between collector current and emitter current gives current gain alpha in common base configuration. Similarly, here in CE configuration, the ratio between the change in collector current to the change in current, that is base current, is given by the beta, that is the base current amplification factor. We know that emitter current IE is equals to IC plus IB and the collector current is equals to alpha IE plus ICBO. So these two equations we have seen in the CB configuration. Now, by substituting this equation 1 in the place of equation, that is IE in equation 2, and simplifying that equation, we get IC is equals to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO. This derivation we have seen in the CB configuration. Now, after getting this equation, we know here, if base circuit is open, that is if IB is equals to 0, the collector emitter current with base current open, that is ICEO, is equals to 1 minus alpha ICBO. So, by substituting the value of ICEO in the place of this value in equation 3, we can rewrite this equation 3 as IC is equals to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha into IB plus ICEO. But here, this term alpha divided by 1 minus alpha I have written as beta. Why I have written this as beta can be explained in the next slide. So finally we can write collector current is equals to beta into IB plus ICEO. Now let us derive the relation between beta and alpha. We know that beta as change in the collector current to the base current and alpha as change in the collector current to the emitter current, and also collector current is equals to the sum of the emitter current is equals to the sum of the collector current plus base current. Now from this equation we can write this equation as delta IB is equals to, that is change in base current is equals to the difference between the change in emitter current and change in collector current. So let this be equation 3. Now by substituting this equation 3, that is the value of IB in equation 1 in the place of delta IB, we can write beta as delta IC divided by delta IE minus delta IC. But divide this whole beta equation with delta IE. So we can get equation 4. Now from this we can write that delta IC by delta IE is equals to alpha divided by, however this becomes 1 minus delta IC by delta IE is equals to alpha. So finally we can write beta is equals to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. This is why I have written here in the collector current equation, the alpha by 1 minus alpha is equals to beta and into IB plus ICEO. Now let us see the characteristics of the common emitter configuration. This configuration provides good current gain and voltage gain, and also for any value of VCE above knee voltage, ICE is approximately equals to beta IB. The input resistance Ri is the ratio of change in the base emitter voltage to the change in the base current at constant collector emitter voltage. As the input resistance is of very low value, a small value of VBE is enough to produce a large current flow of base current IB. The output resistance RO is the ratio of change in the collector emitter voltage to the change in the collector current at constant base current IB. As the output resistance of CE circuit is less than that of CB circuit, this configuration is usually used for bias stabilization methods and audio frequency applications. Now let us see common collector transistor configuration. In this configuration, we use collector terminal as common for both input and output signals. This configuration is also known as emitter follower configuration because the emitter voltage follows the base voltage. This configuration is mostly used as a buffer. These configurations are widely used in impedance matching applications because of their high input impedance. In this configuration, the input signal is applied between the base and collector region and the output is taken between the emitter and collector region. Here, the input parameters are VBC and IB and the output parameters are VEC and IE. The common collector configuration has high input impedance and low output impedance. The input and output signals are in phase. Here also the emitter current is equals to the sum of the collector current and the base current, similar to common base and common emitter configuration. Now let us see some terms of common collector configuration. Here the ratio of change in emitter current, that is delta IE, and the change in base current delta IB is known as current amplification factor, and it is denoted by gamma in current that is common collector configuration. Now the current gain in CC configuration is same as in CE configuration. Also the voltage gain in CC configuration is always less than 1. But we know that the current, that is collector current, is equals to alpha IE plus ICBO, and the emitter current is equals to the sum of the collector current and base current. So by substituting this equation 1 in equation 2, that is in the place of IC, we can write IE is equals to IB plus alpha IE plus ICBO. Let this be equation 3. Now get the terms of emitter current on one side, that is IE into 1 minus alpha is equals to IB plus ICBO. By sending this 1 minus alpha to the other side, we can write the emitter current as IB divided by 1 minus alpha plus ICBO divided by 1 minus alpha. So finally we can write it as IE is equals to beta plus 1 IB plus beta plus 1 ICBO. Now let us derive the relation between alpha and gamma. However, we know that alpha is the change in the collector current to the change in emitter current, and gamma is the change in the emitter current to the change in base current. Now we also know that emitter current is equals to the sum of the collector and base current, so that can be written as delta IE is equals to delta IC plus delta IB. From this we can write that as delta IB is equals to delta IE minus delta IC. Let this be equation 3. Now on substituting equation 3, that is the value of delta IB in equation 2 in the place of delta IB, we get gamma is equals to delta IE divided by delta IE minus delta IC. So by dividing this whole term with delta IE, we can write it as delta IE divided by delta IE whole divided by delta IE divided by delta IE minus delta IC divided by delta IE. This we can write it as, however, this becomes 1 divided by 1 minus delta IC and delta IE. This is the value of alpha. So we can write it as gamma is equals to 1 by 1 minus alpha. This is the relation between the alpha and gamma. So now let us see the characteristics of common collector configuration. This configuration provides current gain but no voltage gain. In CC configuration, the input resistance is high and the output resistance is low. Also, the voltage gain provided by this circuit is less than 1. And also, the sum of collector current and base current equals emitter current, as I have said before. And in collector, that is common collector configuration, the input and output signals are in phase. So this configuration works as non-inverting amplifier output, and this circuit is mostly used for impedance matching. That means to drive a low impedance load from a high impedance source. This is all about the transistor configurations.
So if you have any doubts regarding this topic, please let me know through the comment section or mail me at anitronics.info@gmail.com. Thank you for watching this video.